Hi, I'm Olivia, and today I'm going to teach you how to fish a drop shot. This is a finesse technique, so we need spinning gear for this. My rod is a medium light fast action rod, and it is 6.5 feet. Now I'm pretty short, but that's pretty typical for your length on your drop shot rod. On this rod, we're going to use braid to a fluoro leader. That's fluorocarbon. Typically you'll use braid that is 20 to 30 pounds, and then you'll use a fluorocarbon leader that is 8 pounds. This helps you keep a lot of action in your bait. It's a light line, so you gotta be really careful of nicking rocks, of zebra mussels, getting tangled up in weeds, because it's gonna be really tough when you're fighting a massive smallmouth. For the rig itself, we're gonna use a really tiny hook. So what I like to use, we've got Gamakatsu size 1. I don't like to use 1/0, it's a little bit too big. 2 is not my favorite size. I like to use size 1, but you are welcome to use 1, 2, or 1/0. We rig that above the weight. I like to do about 1 foot to 1.5 feet, but I think 1.5 feet is max for the distance that you want from your hook to your weight. I'm using today a 1/4 ounce tungsten teardrop weight because we're going to be fishing rocks. The weights are either teardrop shaped or we have elongated pendulum weights, and those are better for weeds. There are a couple different ways that you can rig a drop shot, but we're going to try to learn how to nose hook today. It's very simple. You can use a shad shaped bait, a worm shaped bait, or even the famous Neds. Those work great for nose hook.
All right.
So we're going to take the hook and we're going to take it into the bait just a little bit, less than 1/2 inch, and pull it out the top. That's a simple nose hook. So when you drop it down, you don't want to shake it like this. It's going to make the bait look really unnatural. And what you want to do, sometimes you can dead stick it, which is literally just leaving it still. Other times you can give it the smallest little jiggle, and that'll give it this small flopping action, which is what you're looking for. It's very enticing. So when you go to set the hook, you want to be really light. You don't really want to yank on it. You want to lift your rod and give it tension, because you're going to have a really loose drag for all this light line. And you want to be able to get a good hook set. So remember when you're fishing this to check your line often, because with such light line, it's very easy to get nicks and tears in your line. And if you're fighting a fish, you'd hate to break off in the middle of the fight. So if you're fishing around rocks, make sure you check your line. Well, usually they're a lot bigger than that. That's a simple drop shot fish.